and today I wanted to talk about a couple of our shade-loving native plants. This is absolutely one of the top questions that we get here at the plant nursery is what plants do you have that will do well in the shadier areas of your yard? So I did pick out some of my favorites here, and we'll go through them. First on the list is our Spiderwort. This is one of my all-time favorite plants. I had one of these at our old house and I had no idea what it was, but it bloomed so much and for so long. I was really impressed with it. So once I discovered it was a native plant, I fell in love with it even more. This is about the maximum height that it will get, and as you can see, it does give off these clusters of purple or blue blooms. This one is just starting to bloom, but it will provide clusters on multiple of these stems, adding a big pop of color to some of the shadier areas of your yard. These right here are a couple different varieties of our coral bells. Coral bells are a really good alternative to hostas if you've been battling the deer eating your hostas or just wanted to switch over to a native alternative to hostas. Coral bells are a really great option. We do have 3 different varieties here. I will say the purple ones are a native cultivar technically, so what that means is essentially humans took the initial native species, bred it out for certain characteristics like color, blooms, size, etc., and that's how you get a native cultivar. So they aren't technically straight natives, however they are still beneficial to our environment and they are non-invasive to our region. Next on my list is definitely one of my favorites. I think ferns are really underrated in our region. If you have ferns in your landscaping, then you understand why I love them. They add so much texture and such a different vibe to your landscaping. These ferns do not bloom, but that's okay. They add a lot of other features. These are ostrich ferns. They are native to our region. We have dozens of ferns that are native to northern Michigan, so it's really easy to find a fern that works for you. This big plant that I have is a Cranesville Geranium. It is native to our region here in northern Michigan. Really loves our sandy soil and can thrive and grow into a nice large bush. Again, this is just about at maximum height. However, when planted in the ground, it will spread outwards. It does feature these really pretty blue blooms here, and it's a very prolific bloomer, especially once it's well established. The Cranesville Geranium does really well in partial shade and can even survive under the canopy of trees. And last on my list, it's a little bit of a cheater because these are not technically native, however they are non-invasive to our region, which means they won't outcompete other plants for our native resources, and these are our Primrose. If you've been here already this season, I've been recommending these like crazy. Primrose are a really good ground cover option, and they offer these big beautiful blooms that are super rare to see in the shade. The reason that these guys made the list is they can provide those blooms in absolute full shade, and that is a total juxtaposition in the plant world. Typically, any plant that blooms, they want to see that full sun. These guys are definitely the exception. Just a few of our top recommendations for some of the shadier areas of your yard. So if you're looking at your yard and you notice a bare spot, don't go straight to hostas. There are so many other options out there, and if you pick one of these native options, then there are options that could actually benefit your local ecosystem as well. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Thanks so much for tuning in with us today.